Stop it! Alright, well, if you can tell already, this mug is just for show, because today I wanted to talk to you guys about tea and drinking tea while you're pregnant. Yeah. So, prenatal teas. Okay, come here. So, they actually make some prenatal teas. I've never bought them. They also make teas that are really good for you if you are breastfeeding, so postpartum, and just to get you really in a good mood and help that postpartum depression, the postpartum blues. Yeah, dance. I just wanted to go through a couple things, different types of teas, what I suggest, what I like to drink, that sort of thing, and what everything is good for. I apologize, hopefully this camera is good. My other camera is broke. So there's a couple things concerns with tea. There's two different types of tea, which is probably the best thing to cover first. There's a black tea and a green tea. Black tea tends to most definitely be caffeinated. You can find decaf black tea if you would like those. But generally they're caffeinated, and they suggest not doing caffeine while you're pregnant. Maybe, I think it's like a cup of coffee a day is okay, kind of amount of caffeine. But if you can avoid it, your baby will be pretty active. If you're further along in pregnancy, you can tell. Or later when you're breastfeeding, you can find that your baby can struggle with and kind of sleep deprivation, because it crosses through the breast milk. It also crosses through while you're pregnant through the membranes, through the placenta. And the level of caffeine is larger to the baby, being their size, and so has a greater effect on the baby than you. I don't know much about if they know any brain development, that sort of thing. And Josie, you're destroying the back. In the first part of pregnancy, that first trimester, a lot of women experience nausea and just stomach issues, things like that. And so one of the teas I like to go for is a ginger tea, which she actually has right now. So this is from Yogi. It's ginger. It supports digestion. And ginger, you can even buy like ginger chews at Trader Joe's. Thank you. So Trader Joe's has ginger chews or just ginger candies. I also suggest like peppermint mints. And that goes along with the types of teas that you should buy. I personally was really obsessed in the first trimester, the lemon ginger caffeine-free herbal tea. Definitely check if you're trying to avoid caffeine. It says caffeine free. I bought ginger tea that does not say that and is caffeinated. But a little bit of the lemon I think cuts the ginger, because ginger is pretty strong if you're not used to drinking or eating ginger, that sort of thing. So that's one of my favorites. Peppermint is also going to help you with nausea, and this might be personal, but if you have a lot of flatulence or gas, you're just really gassy, which does happen in pregnancy, so don't be embarrassed if you are experiencing that. But peppermint is going to actually be your friend and help you out. So you can find like a peppermint tea, which they do sell. I do want to just put this out there before I go into some of these other teas, is that you can buy loose leaf tea. It can be a little bit better if you just buy a pre-portioned tea, only because you know exactly what you're putting into your body. It's also not recommended to grow your own herbs and create your own tea, just in case you were to do something incorrectly and ingest that, and then that could cause problems. But feel free though to use loose leaf tea. Like, we really like the teas at Tivana, so we do have like Tivana teas. I really like honey in my tea as well, so that's always really good to have, especially with the ginger lemon. It just goes really well. A lot of the Celestial Greetings teas are perfect for you, so I would recommend any of those in that brand are pretty good. I'm just going through some other things. So the lemon, which is actually in the lemon ginger that I really like from the Stash brand, actually calming, so that's a really nice thing, and maybe to drink right before bed if you're having nausea or if you're just kind of restless, which I do find I get a little restless for sleep. So doing things like that on top of having like a warm bath with Epsom salt is actually going to help you sleep really well at night. The next one is chamomile, which is really good. When you're pregnant, your joints can be actually a little bit looser. And so by having chamomile, it's actually supposed to reduce the inflammation of those joints. And then I have no idea what I wrote. So it's supposed to help with, help with sleepiness. So like if you're going through your day and I don't know if that's supposed to help you be sleepy or not be sleepy. I don't know. But anyways, it says it helps with sleepiness. You're going to put it in the teacup? Good idea. That's smart. I like that. That's a good idea. Great. Good job. Next would be, they don't have a lot of data on chamomile, but apparently it is supposed to be helpful. And then nettles, depends on who you talk to. Some people are totally against it. If you are using midwifery, a lot of midwives actually do recommend nettles and can be really beneficial for pregnancy. So definitely talk to your doctor, talk to your midwife, and just see what their opinion is, and do your own research on nettles, because that one's really controversial. Anything with alfalfa in it can actually help prevent those postpartum hemorrhages that could, you could be at risk for. So alfalfa can be good for that. One of the most greatest actually things that you can have in your tea is red raspberry leaf. So I would definitely look for that on any of the boxes or any of the pregnancy ones. It's supposed to be the most beneficial for pregnancy. It can decrease the length of labor, so they actually recommend drinking it towards the 2nd and 3rd trimester just to help out with that. It's going to actually reduce your number of interventions that might be needed, so via C-section or just being induced, that sort of thing. I wish I could have knew that, but that's okay. And then it's actually going to also help with your pre and post delivery timing. So your due date, it would actually help you be closer to your due date and not go into preterm labor and have a preterm baby, or go late. And AmericanPregnancy.org is where I got all of this information from. So if you're looking for information, that's a reputable site. Be careful of what sites you are reading when you are researching things like this. Don't overwhelm yourself with information too. If you need to, just go straight to your doctor. The internet is full of information that's needless and sometimes confusing and actually can be contradicting of each other. So feel free to ask your doctor or midwife, because that's a great place to be. Anyways guys, thanks so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you would like more videos similar to this, stay tuned. Definitely just subscribe down below. The little button over here too works too. Just hit it over there and I'll link you to the subscribe section. Feel free to like and comment and all that good stuff. That definitely helps me out, and I will see you guys in our next video. Bye guys. Wow, you fit a lot of tea in here. That's great, and you have snot running down your whole face. Oh gosh. I know, being sick's not fun. Can I have a kiss? Can I have a kiss?